If you've ever scrolled through Instagram and thought, wow, how does someone live this kind of life? Then buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the world of Dan Bilzerian, the king of Instagram, the self-proclaimed playboy of Instagram, and the man who somehow has more money, luxury, and exotic animals than any of us could even dream of. But don't get too jealous just yet. This is a lifestyle that's so outrageous, it'll make you say, wait, is this even real? Dan Bilzerian's life is like an unfiltered reality show, complete with yachts, private jets, gold-plated sports cars, and a revolving door of bikini-clad women. But don't worry, we'll keep it fun and show you just how outrageous and absurd his lifestyle is. Get ready for the wild ride into the rich life of Dan Bilzerian, where rules don't exist and logic, well, it's optional. Let's get started. All right, first things first. Who is Dan Bilzerian? Well, he's a man of mystery, a poker player, a social media mogul, and if we're being honest, the living embodiment of everything your parents warned you about. His Instagram alone could give anyone a serious case of FOMO. Bikinis, luxury cars, money stacks the size of small countries, and his own personal fleet of private jets and yachts. But how did he get here? Spoiler alert, it's not just from poker, though that's where he claims a portion of his fortune comes from. There are some serious controversies surrounding his rise to fame and fortune, but today, we're just going to focus on the good stuff. The glitz, the glam, the endless parties, and his completely over-the-top lifestyle. So, without further ado, let's take a peek at what it's like to live as Dan Bilzerian. First stop, Dan's homes, or should I say, mansions? Yes, mansions, because, you see, one just isn't enough for Mr. Bilzerian. Let's talk about his $30 million mansion in the Hollywood Hills. I mean, why settle for a normal house when you could have a private swimming pool, an in-house movie theater, a sauna, and a golf course in your backyard? Oh, and did I mention the massive garage that holds all of his exotic cars? Of course, we'll get to those in a minute. But here's the best part. Dan Bilzerian didn't stop at just one mansion. Oh no, he also has properties in Las Vegas, Miami, and the Bahamas. Because why not have a place to party wherever you go? And his lifestyle isn't complete without private security and a few guards hanging around like they're straight out of a spy movie. You need the full experience, right? And don't even get us started on how his homes aren't just homes. They're practically resorts. Imagine having your own personal oasis every time you step into your house. One of his properties even has an infinity pool that looks like it was taken straight from a luxury resort in Bali. But no, this is just his personal backyard. Now, if that isn't living the dream, I don't know what is. All right, now let's talk about the toys. We all know Dan's got an impressive collection of cars, and I mean seriously impressive. Lamborghini? Check. Ferrari? Check. Rolls-Royce? You betcha. But it doesn't stop there. He also has a custom-made jet ski that's literally a $1 million toy. You know, just the standard. And who can forget the stacks of cash? Oh, yes, Dan loves to flaunt stacks of money, like it's just another accessory. There's one Instagram video where he literally tosses $50,000 in cash into the air, just because he can. He's like the human embodiment of a money fountain, except, you know, a fountain that spits out hundreds and not water. Let's be real, the man is living in a constant state of money rain. But wait, the toys don't stop at cars and cash. Guns, jet skis, motorcycles, you name it. Bilzerian probably owns it. And of course, don't forget his collection of exotic animals. He's posted pictures with tigers, alligators, and wild boars. If you ever wondered what it's like to live in the movie The Wolf of Wall Street, take a note from Dan. His life's a live-action version of just about every luxury fantasy ever imagined. Now, if there's one thing that defines Dan Bilzerian's lifestyle more than anything else, it's his party habits. This guy throws more wild parties than most of us have had hot dinners. He has been seen partying in Ibiza, Miami, and Las Vegas, living like a rock star 24/7. You know, the usual stuff. Private jets, bikini-clad women, and exotic cocktails. What's a party without at least 3 supermodels on your arm, right? Let's take a closer look at his legendary yacht parties. Imagine being on a $10 million yacht, surrounded by the most beautiful people money can buy, with champagne flowing and the ocean as your backdrop. Oh, and did I mention the jet skis, water sports, and flame-throwing machines? Yeah, the man takes partying to a whole new level. But here's the kicker. Dan's parties aren't just random blowouts. They're practically curated events. He invites only the best of the best. Instagram models, A-list influencers, actors, and anyone else with a penchant for fame, wealth, and free-flowing drinks. The most famous of these events, of course, are his birthday parties, which have been the talk of the town for years. We're talking exclusive VIP access, luxury dining, and a guest list that could rival the best Hollywood awards show. Just another Tuesday for Dan Bilzerian. And of course, we can't forget the ultimate accessory of any billionaire playboy, the private jet. Dan owns a $65 million private jet, which, naturally, is outfitted with a full bar, leather seating, and a whole entourage of staff ready to cater to his every whim. You'd think he was flying into space with the luxury this thing offers. Forget the standard waiting in lines at airports or cramming into tiny airplane seats. Dan Bilzerian's idea of airport anxiety is deciding whether to serve champagne or champagne for breakfast. And hey, if there's one thing we know about Dan, it's that he's got a flair for the extravagant. So, of course, his private jet is designed for a Hollywood movie set rather than a simple mode of transportation. Let's not ignore the most talked about part of Dan Bilzerian's life: the women. This man has been with so many models and Instagram influencers, it's basically a full-time job for him just to keep track of all their names. Seriously, if you scroll through Dan's Instagram, you might think you've entered the land of endless bikini selfies and gym selfies. But here's the thing. Dan's Playboy lifestyle is actually a huge part of his brand. He's cultivated this image of the ultimate bachelor, surrounded by stunning women and a constant stream of poolside selfies. Some even call him the King of Simps, though we'll let you decide if that title is flattering or not. Either way, he clearly enjoys the attention. Is it all for show? Who knows, but his Instagram account has certainly made him a household name, mostly due to his never-ending stream of model-filled selfies. Of course, all of this luxury, fun, and fame comes with some serious backlash. Critics argue that Bilzerian's entire lifestyle is built on an image of extreme wealth and masculinity, and that it's all a bit, well, unrealistic. There are also ongoing rumors that his wealth might not be as it seems, with accusations of family money, shady business dealings, and the odd poker win here and there. But whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Dan Bilzerian knows how to make headlines, and he's carved out an image of wealth and excess that few could even imagine living. So, the question is he just a guy with too much money? Or is he playing a role in the world's biggest lifestyle show? At the end of the day, the life of Dan Bilzerian is like watching a reality show. Wild, over the top, and completely unpredictable. Whether you admire him, envy him, or find him completely ridiculous, there's no denying that he's living a life of luxury that most of us could only dream of. But hey, let's be honest. If we had his wealth, we'd probably be buying jet skis and yachts too, right? So, what do you think? Is Dan Bilzerian the ultimate modern playboy, or just a man living in a world of rich fantasy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride, and make sure to subscribe for more outlandish stories of the world's most eccentric and luxurious lives. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep laughing, and keep living that big, wild, over-the-top life. Because hey, anything's possible, right?